It is live, it's a live show. It is Sports Palava. My name is Ken Ochonogo, and I tell you this, that is what happened. Forget the bedlam. We are getting straight there. We are moving straight to South America. We are moving to Argentina. We are looking at a country that has produced arguably two of the players that can be regarded as the best players in the world. We are talking about Diego Armando Maradona, and then you're talking about Lionel Messi. Who amongst them? Of course, when the issue of who is the greatest player comes up, it is always subjective. You can't come out there and say, it is this person. 1 + 1 do not always add up to 2. But then my gladiators in the house will let you understand that it is possible to pick who is the greatest player to have ever kicked the round letter ball. It is Sports Palava. Between Lionel Messi and Diego Armando Maradona, who is the best ever? We're not talking about Arantes do Nascimento, the one they call Pelé, because that guy is there with 3 World Cup in his kitty. But then, at the end of the 20th century, FIFA went to town and they asked the whole world, who in your mind is the player of the century? I tell you this because before 1900, we do not count that. From 1900 to 2000, who do you think has been the most influential, has had the most of laurels, has had the best of impact when it comes to football? And I tell you, the people went for Maradona, but the writers went for Pelé. And at the end of the day, it was taken that let us have joint winners. So Maradona and Pelé were picked as the players of the century. Then came a certain diminutive Messi, a young man who has always been in the shadows of Maradona, because unfortunately or fortunately, they both hail from Argentina. And then they found his way to Barcelona. And being in the team that is being regarded as one of the greatest team of all time, the Barcelona team that in the past, just a few years back from now, have now won 4 Champions League titles. So you ask yourself, where do they rate? Maradona won the World Cup in 1986. Messi has not won it. That is the point. They say until Messi wins the World Cup, he can't be regarded as one of the greats. Talk less of being the greatest. But you buy that argument. I am Ken Ochonogo, the impartial umpire. And here we go. Because I'm the Chief Justice of the Palava Court. I will not do justice to this particular topic. I want to start with man who says, if not Messi, who? He's a Catalan. Forget that he's as black as I am. Theophilus Agbolao. Theo, how are you?
Good afternoon, Ken. It's nice to be on the program again. Good afternoon, GD. We talked about Lionel Messi. You're talking about Lionel Messi and Diego Armando Maradona. Yes, the argument is Messi has never won the World Cup, but then again, he's still 28. He can still go on to win a World Cup. But we cannot ignore his other achievements. Messi has won 7 La Liga titles. He has won 2 World Club Cup championships. He has won 2 Super Cup championships. I mean, for Christ's sakes, he has won 4 Champions League trophies. This guy has done it all with his club side. Unfortunately, he has not been able to replicate the same form with Argentina. He has made it to the World Cup final once, and Copa del Rey final and the Copa America twice, 2007, and then just about a week ago where they lost out to Chile. It's just been hard luck. But we cannot deny his other achievement. 91 goals in the calendar year, 73 goals in the record season. That's the highest ever in European Cup competition. I mean, for Christ's sake, this guy has done it all. No disrespect to Diego Armando Maradona, one of the greatest of all time, we agree. In fact, even Michel Platini, former UEFA president, said something. He said, what he could do with a ball, Maradona could do with an orange. But then again, Platini won just 3 World Bests. Messi, before he turned 26, had won 4. For Christ's sake. Messi, before he turned 26, had become Barcelona's highest goal scorer. Messi, at the age of 27, had become La Liga's highest, very more assists for anybody in La Liga. Messi, at the age of 27, had scored more goals in the champion than any other player, more hat-tricks in that same competition. I mean, for Christ's sake, what else do you want to use to, what are you going to use to classify him as the greatest? He has so many achievements in his books already. Maradona, he's good, but Messi is the greatest of all time.
Maradona is good, but Messi is the greatest. He has scored the most goals in Champions League, the most goals in La Liga. 4-time world footballer, the other player has done that. What else do you want to use to judge him? But Jide is here. Let's hear from Jide Alaka. What else do you want to use to judge?
You know, Theophilus has made my argument much simpler. Said Messi has won this in La Liga. Messi has won this in the Champions League. We're talking about the world. If they say that Messi is the greatest footballer that has ever played in Europe, no problem. Give it to him. He has won 4 Champions League, he has won 7 La Liga. But he has not won a World Cup. Unfortunately, though Qatar will play in the World Cup, though Myanmar can aspire to get to the World Cup, that is a world-based tournament, not Europe. And even that one in Copa America, that is supposed to be his own, he has not won. So he can't say world. That is subjective. When he wants to say, we agree, I agree with him. He's the best player that has ever played in Europe, but not the world.
He is the best player that has ever played in Europe, but not in the world. But then we are comparing him with Maradona.
He also said something now. You know, my question to Theophilus is that, look back to 1986 when Argentina won. Can you recollect one player apart from Maradona?
Maradona was the best player. He was the best
player. Can you just tell me one player that was in that team apart from Maradona?
GD, I put you on the spot here.
No.
You can't.
He was outstanding.
He carried the team on his shoulder.
He carried that team. Yeah. We won't talk about on the way here. We talk about Menotti. We talk about Menotti. Talking about how Maradona was able to carry the team and all. When that was then, see. You can't come out to say because Maradona won. Calm down. You can't come out and tell me that because Maradona won the World Cup, that makes him the greatest player of all time. I mean, okay. He also played club football in Europe, where Messi is also playing right now. And what did he achieve? Nothing.
Let's ask a question. That is now subjective.
How?
When you talk about Messi, you cannot mention Barcelona without mentioning Xavi, Ronaldinho. You cannot Iniesta.
Take away Messi from that team.
Take away.
Take away Messi from that and tell me what that team was.
They won the Champions League before Messi came.
Before Messi came?
Yeah.
When was that?
They won it.
When was that?
They won it.
They won it. That was in 92. And after Messi came, they've gone on to win it 4 times.
Maradona went to Napoli. They won the league twice. Before he came, they never won the league.
Before Maradona got to Napoli,
they never won the league.
He played somewhere.
They never won the league. No, I'm talking about Napoli. I'm talking to Napoli.
Let us situate. He's asking a simple question. He says, in Napoli history, there is before Maradona, there is Maradona, there is after Maradona. So let us win the league now. The question now begs, and I ask you this: okay. Can Messi go to Newcastle and win the APL?
Well, we may never know that, but why not?
He said we may never know. He has not tried it.
But unfortunately, like you said, it is subjective. Yeah. But in the history of Barcelona, when Barcelona became the best thing in the world, you cannot take away the fact that it was Messi and 10 other world-class players.
But then again, we don't bring you to ask you this question, Jide. What about his personal achievements? We know it's a team sport, but look at Lionel Messi and his achievements.
Okay, let us look at it. Last week, he led a Sergio Aguero.
That is head to head. Head to head. They played in overall. Messi has played 315 games, while Maradona has played 491. Messi has scored 200 and how many goals? 286 goals. While that is for the club. That is for club.
That's 259.
7 league titles, 3 for Maradona. And then the UEFA Champions League, 4 for Maradona, for Messi, and 0 for Maradona. But this is at club level.
What this table does, like I said at the beginning,
it's statistics.
Is to tell us that Messi is the greatest ever footballer that has played in Europe.
No.
Okay, we shall get that table.
Tells you that.
What is projection?
No, that table tells you that.
The other played for Argentina. We shall also
in Argentina, let us look at Argentina.
we shall look at that soon. It will be there. We shall see it. But I want to ask you this. Are you placing Maradona ahead of Messi? Why?
You know the funny thing. Somebody made a comment. I can't pick up the person's name. He said to compare is to do a disservice to one of them.
Okay.
You cannot compare Messi to Maradona. Maradona played with 10 robots and won a World Cup. Messi played with Aguero and 10 world-class players and lost to Chile.
Please. It just takes me back to okay.
You don't jump what he said. He said Maradona played Maradona and 10 robots, the general and 10 recruits, and they won the World Cup.
Yes.
And then please let me quickly jump in.
You're not giving me answer my question.
You will answer my question.
You couldn't give me a name.
Fire away.
You couldn't
from
give me
86.
Give me another one from 1990.
from 1990, it was still Diego Maradona. No, take it or leave it. I said it at the beginning of the show. I wouldn't take anything away from him.
You were trying to say something before he jumped in.
Yes. You talked about in 2014 in Brazil when they lost out to Germany.
No, I just said last week.
Last week, it happens. It was just hard luck.
It has happened twice. It has happened twice in 12 months.
You can't. It happened.
Do you see it away from Messi? He was a player.
Hold on. Back-to-back World Cup finals. How?
Just like in the 2014 World Cup.
How?
Was Messi the best player in the 2014 World Cup?
That is what they said. That is what the experts
Who was? Tell me who was better than him.
Who?
It is time. We are coming to you. We are coming to you. And I tell you, the number will be on the screen. The number will be on the screen right now. You join the debate. Let's hear you. Hold on. Who do you think is the best of all time? Is Messi ahead of Maradona? Or Maradona ahead of Messi? Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the stats. Let's go back to the yes.
Let me advise Theophilus.
Yeah.
Let Argentina pray that Nigeria gets to the final of the 2018 World Cup. That is when he will win the World Cup.
He said
because he has only won two things when Nigeria got to the final: under 20 World Cup and the Olympics.
But then again, it now takes me back to a medal that Maradona never won.
What's that?
Messi is an Olympic gold medalist.
Who was playing Olympics when it was pure amateurs that were playing Olympics when Maradona was playing.
It doesn't.
But even it's only 3 over 8. Only 3 over 8.
Only it's still
age grade.
But I will ask you this: in spite of all Maradona's endowments, in spite of all achievements, Maradona never won the Copa America. Did he?
He did it.
He did it.
But he won the World Cup.